Good morning, everyone. How is everyone this morning? That's just my Twitters. Just my Twitters. Thank you all very much for the likes and the retweets. It's appreciated very much. I love this. I love the music so much. Oh, not that one. Good morning, Leonidas. My puppy. Hello, puppy. He's right here. He's right there. Hey, puppy. You gonna be good for daddy today? Yeah? Okay. Love you. Good puppy. Good puppy. Yay, more warden. More wardening and Wardenfell. Excuse me, Vardenfell. Womp womp womp. That was my phone being plugged in. Alright, last time I checked, we're gonna go look for that dude and that woman's daughter. Let's go. What's up? Wonder what this is. The temple, okay. Talk to the captain. Yep. What's up, Captain?
Not now, Outlander. If you need some sort of assistance, go find one of the house guard.
Okay.
You must be one of the freelancers the Councilor employed to supplement the duties of the house guard. Very well. I'll tell you what I know. Vaya ran away. Again. I hope you can succeed when my troops have failed. If anything happens to Vaya...
Ah. Wee.
I've known the Relith family since I was a child. Vaya is like a sister to me, and I'll do everything in my power to get her home safe and sound.
Mm-hmm.
Trust an outlander. We think her friends may know where she is, but they keep eluding us. Perhaps, as long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. I think it has something to do with Veya, but the runners keep evading my guards. Look for a group meeting on the other side of town, and see if you can follow the note. When you find Veya's friends, remember to keep your distance. You just want to spot the note carrier and follow him to whoever's receiving these messages. That's the key to locating Veya. If you can't do it, don't worry. The house can handle it.
Sure.
Veya's a born warrior. Hard-headed, stubborn, a real pain in the ass. She can fight like an angry netch, though. I keep trying to get her to join the militia, but she always turns me down. That's not my tale to tell. If Councillor Eris or his wife won't speak of the troubles his family has had to deal with in recent weeks, maybe you can ask Veya. If and when you find her.
Okay.
We started to notice groups of young dark elves gathering in out-of-the-way parts of the city. One of my guards saw them pass a note between them, but they split up and she lost them in the back alleys. Could be a love poem or a recipe for Kwama cream cocktail, but we suspect it's the way Veya has been keeping tabs on what's been happening in the city. Look, it may amount to nothing, but the note could give us a lead on where to
Hey, Mako.
Veya.
How are you? Thanks for stopping by again.
Give this letter to Travis. It's important. Just don't let House Redden get their hands on it. If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Just trying to make sure I don't lose these people. What are you up to this morning? Confront Drevis.
Well done. This should help us determine what happened to Veya's brother. Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redden pays to harass us simple folk. Look, all Veya wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that. Veya wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Veya since she snuck out of town. We communicate by notes.
and this one isn't even about her. If you must know, it concerns Vea's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace.
Vanished, eh?
We've been trying to help Vea find him.
Groceries later on to get snacks and stuff that's needed. Oh, okay.
A local tough goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. But good luck trying to get any information out of him. Ashur is not known for his conversational skills.
Oh, I can definitely be for persuasive.
I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur. He's been passing our notes on to Vea.
With Vea.
Just to the north and east, outside of town.
Gotcha.
Or is this your way of offering to save me a trip since you're headed his way? Balmer is not that big. Most of the sons and daughters of the house leaders and prominent merchants know each other. Vea's one of us. We'll do whatever it takes to help her find her brother. Well, within reason.
Within reason.
Do the same for us. That's why we're helping her. She really is a terrific person. I'm not telling you anything, you red-ridden lapdog. I'm sorry about that. I'm kind of on edge. I've noticed.
If you say so, bro.
Everyone knows Vea's brother. Or they did, before he disappeared. Ulran was an exemplary officer. Everything House Redoran could hope for. Vea won't rest until she learns the truth. She ran away because her father refused to give her a straight answer. She suspects he was involved in Ulran's disappearance.
Whoops.
Or that he at least knows more than he's willing to say. Is it any wonder Vea decided to take matters into her own hands? You think I'm just going to tell you all our secrets, Outlander? Oh, that's not going to happen. I won't betray Vea. All right. No need to get fired.
Just push a little bit.
Vea doesn't want her father to find her until she's located her brother, so we help protect her. That's why we set up the runners. Let the council's hounds chase us, while Vea looks for Ulran. I'm sure Councillor Eris's intentions are good. He loves his daughter. He wants her back safe and sound. But what about what Vea wants? Her brother home safe, her father's honesty, the house looking out for its people and not just its precious honor?
Back over here.
That's it. Kill the Morag Tog in any way. Heal me! No use getting my asses bloody again. I had that situation under control.
No, you didn't.
Just needed them to make the first hostile move. Still, I cleaned enough blood off my axes for one day, so thanks for lending a hand. You were you? Was it Melissa? I told her I'd close out my tab after I completed another contract. That woman has the patience of an anxious Nyx. Well, tell her I'm good for it. I'll stop by and we can conclude our business cordially. Vea? The new apprentice?
Uh-oh.
Now why in oblivion do you care about Vea? Are you now? And why do you want to do that? Never mind, I don't really care. I was asked to pass along some notes, but I'm not really the messenger type. I suggest you talk to Vea's mentor. Last I heard, she had a job in the Western Ruins.
Jeez.
Make sure you don't anger Vea's mentor, or even look at her the wrong way. She's grown surprisingly protective of that young woman, and if she thinks you pose a danger... Besides, I'd hate to see you...
Oh, so you're Morag Tong. Alright.
One of our writs. You know, the usual buyer's remorse. I see a lot of that in my line of work. Turns out I had to kill a bad man who did bad things. The writ was legal and above board. Unfortunately, his brother didn't see it that way and was looking for revenge. Oh, you make it sound so obscene. Still, that's pretty much an accurate description. But it's not like I work for the Dark Brotherhood or anything. I don't kill anyone without a sanctioned writ. Keeps the great houses in line. It's a calling.
Thank you for the tweet out, Mako, and thank you for following me on Twitter. I appreciate it.
I'd rather not. She's particular about her secrets, and I don't want to get on a bad side. You should keep that in mind too if you plan to continue on this course. Vea's mentor usually sticks to the rules, but I wouldn't turn my back on her.
I have an idea about who Vea's mentor is, but I don't know for sure.
Look, a Dwemer gear. It's in remarkably good condition.
Yes, wonderful. I'll mark it down.
And here, another. Could these have fallen off the ruins?
Yes, that is peculiar.
Is something the matter, dear? You seem distracted today.
Oh, nothing's the matter. I'm nervous.
Whatever for. If anything attacks us, I'll protect you.
I'm not nervous about an attack, Bravura. It's just, well, there's no good way to say this.
To say what?
Marry me?
Are you serious?
That's not the response I hoped for.
Ghilan, of course I'll marry you. I love you. I just expected something more dramatic.
Well, I planned to propose at the falls, but today we didn't go to the falls. I had to improvise.
And this is why you've been so nervous.
Yes. Wait. Did you just agree to marry me?
Yes, Ghilan. A dozen times yes. My dear, distracted, adorable archivist, I will marry you.
That's wonderful!
Isn't it?
Oh, Bravura, you won't regret this. You are the stars to my sky.
Did you just come up with that?
Well, no. I've been saving it for the right time.
Haha. That's fun. Oh, me. Oy vey. Alright, so... Whew, okay. Man, all the way over there. Good grief. Wee.
Stupid dog. What happened? Let me see. I just tried to pet it. Damn dog bit me.
Yeah, I have some kind of an idea of who the mentor is.
You shouldn't be here. Didn't you read the House Redoran proclamation? I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there.
It's the same guy. The same guy voices almost every single male Nord. Oh my god.
Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them. Probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual will call forth a mystical weapon and attain the power of a god," or something along those lines. Look, I was just trying to get me and my miners out of there when the Ashlander showed up.
He's also the same guy that does all of the Nord male characters in Skyrim. It's he does the Archmage, who also happens to be a Nord. Like, if it's a Nord male, you know it's this dude basically.
Well, I never actually saw an Ashlander, but I heard a cultist yell, "Ashlander thief! That's our mystical weapon!" That's not an exact quote, but you get the idea. I don't know what happened after that. I was kind of busy trying not to die. It used to be an ore mine, and we hope it will be again. My crew was inside preparing to start up mining operations when the cultists attacked. The way things are going, we might just have to turn the place into another Quama egg mine. Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get their arses out here. I'll wait as long as I can. Or until I hear screaming. Then I'll go to Balmora and try to find some help. Good luck in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna go finish up the Balmora quest line. Because I'm almost sure that this is, the girl, the lady from the video. I forget her name. Starts with an N. Naria? Something like that.
Leave me, Outlander. Let me die in the shame I've brought to Malakath. Defeated by a lone warrior. Malakath will laugh at our incompetence. An assassin. Probably a Morag tongue. She tracked our leader here. But she doesn't know. We set a trap inside the ruins.
Oh, okay.
She's just one woman! Get inside the ruins and stop her!
Really? A Voidbringer? Big whoop. I just scorched your ass. Woo, Voidbringer. Woo. Wow. All y'all suck. Ow, dick. Ashurni Bibi. Malakath is a weak but vengeful god. The Dark Elves say he is Malak, the god king of the orcs. He tests the Dunmer for physical weakness. Interesting. Yeah, I'm almost sure that this is the lady from the video.
Let the assassin come. I'm tired of running and she doesn't frighten me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she frightens you, bro. Pretty sure she frightens you, bro.
Well,
Yeah, and are you? Yes, yes, yes.
you're not a cultist. At least you sure aren't dressed like
Yay, nor you.
walking into a dangerous place, hero. You must be here for a reason. questions? I don't have time for questions. I have a writ to complete. Look, I can't keep these evil cultists waiting. You want to talk? Find me after I finish this job.
Get bent, asshole. Get up.
Come out, little assassin! Or is the Morag tongue too scared to meet the powerful snag face to face?
The powerful snag. I don't know who Snag is. Who's this Snag? Right. Y'all gonna get fucked.
Excuse me, hero. I have to see an orc about a writ.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, I figured it was Naryu.
Don't kill me. I didn't mean to interfere with House Telvanni's plans. I made a mistake.
Yeah, I don't care.
Mistake? Well, that explains everything. I'll just let the Telvanni know. I'm sure Mage Vailhin will understand.
Oh, that's a relief.
Nope, sorry, you're dead.
Sure you were going to kill me.
Dumbass. Dumbass.
I hate when my leathers get wet. And this is a new outfit, too. Ah, well. I suppose we ought to discuss what you're doing here. You're obviously not one of the Malakath cultists, so I have one question. Why the tusk are you following me, and why shouldn't I just kill you and be done with it?
I don't know.
Yes, that was 2 questions, and an orc curse, and a threat. It's been a long day. Oh, that's not what I expected. But you can just turn around and leave. You're not going to find her. Veya's going through a difficult time right now, and the last thing she needs is some House Redoran lackey adding to her pain and confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Is that what old man Eris told you? And did he tell you about Veya's brother? About how House Redoran exiled their favorite son? No? I didn't think so. Veya needs answers and I promise to help her. So walk away while you still can. Outsiders? Is her father?
Yeah, he is.
Look, tell Eris that Veya's safe and you'll see her soon. But no more outsiders. If my organization gets skittish, they'll return to the shadows and take Veya with them. They'll only deal with you.
Oh my.
Well, it's not exactly a lie, and I don't want things to get out of hand. I'll arrange a meeting, provided Veya agrees. You let Eris know she's safe. Get him to stop hiring freelancers before someone gets hurt. I'll send word when we're ready. That was poetry in motion. Not only is my organization getting choice assignments again, but we're starting to recover some of our prestige. Specifically, these Malakath cultists interfered with House Telvanni, so they had to be dealt with. Oh, him? No one special. Just the leader of this particular band of mad cultists. His name was on the writ, so I had to end him. It's what I do, after all, and I do it so well. I suppose if you're in for a sliver, you might as well be in for the log. I'm with the Morag Tong, and what you witnessed was a legal murder. According to my writ, the orc had to die. So, I killed him. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to Veya. Veya and I have a history. Her brother, too. They were good kids. Liked to watch me train. Now I feel responsible for her. When she came to me looking for help and asked to join the Morag Tong, who was I to refuse? That was her decision, not mine. Veya's good with a blade and tracks like a Nord Ranger. She's a natural at this, and it gives me a chance to keep an eye on her. So now I'm her mentor and she's my apprentice. I I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, okay. Laters. Laters. Get wrecked. Get the wrecked. The Voidbringer died. Voidbringer got brought to the void. That was a little, how do you say? Oh, I'm gonna run through all of them. Why not? Yeah. Voidbringer, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Voidbringer. Ow. Okie dokie.
Greetings, Wanderer. Come. I recognize you. You paid tribute to the first Ashcans at Aldrin. Many eyes were upon you, whether you knew it or not. For that honor, I will call you friend. Many others would likely do the same were you to help the tribes. The annual gathering of Aldrin is a time to reflect, but also to look forward. Our leaders have noted how strong the Zynob tribe has grown, due to their willingness to work with outsiders. They encourage us to do the same. You have already shown your respect for our ways. Return to Aldrin and seek out Xanamu of the Zynob tribe. Ask him how you might continue to further your friendship with our tribes. Perhaps in learning from us, we can also learn from you.
Sounds good, lady. At some point I will do that. I'm not going to do it right now. Gonna go in this mine. Go in this ore mine. Oh, look, it looks like there's a frickin' Daedric shrine in there. Great. Or cultists. We cultists. Head exiles. Learn about the thief. Deeper in the chambers. Narcotic ritual bag. I wonder if there's probably somebody I have to kill in here. It wouldn't make any sense for there to be like this. There, yeah, I figured this was the big area. You get nothing and like it. You'll get nothing and like it. Why does it feel like there's something over here to fight as well? Why does it feel that way? Whatevs. Indeed. Totally agree. Those drinks are almost never helpful. Ooh, a chanter. Big whoop. Started healing too late, lady. Talk to the crew chief. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Wrecked, 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 wrecked. What's up, Chief?
Did you find what you were looking for in the mine? Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission, whatever it is.
KK. That continues the, whoa.
Outlander, over here.
I'm right here, bro.
This requires a considerable amount of effort, so just listen. We have a
I was going to, asshole.
Customers are always welcome.
I'm surprised to see you back here, but I'm also relieved. Does this mean you have news about my daughter? Is she safe? Is she ready to come home? Vea joined that cult of assassins? I was afraid she'd do something rash. What was she thinking? I don't see the Morag Tong as safe, but at least she's still alive. So, I suppose that's something. When are we going to meet with my daughter? She won't meet with me? No.
Well, would she, asshole?
Ready for that quite yet. As for Vea's brother, that was all the doing of the Redoran Council. I'm not allowed to discuss the details, but he's still alive, if that's what Vea is worried about. Naryu's back in town? She's as stubborn as Vea. Very well. No other outsiders. Although I can't dismiss the mercenaries that Captain Brivin employs. House Redoran is my life, as is Vea. I'll do everything in my power to see her home safely. As you say, no other outsiders. But there are rules, Outlander. I must do everything within reason to maintain the honor of House Redoran. Here, your first payment. Soon, however, I'll expect more than just a verbal confirmation of Vea's safety. When next you see her, tell my daughter that I want to talk to her. Vea can set the terms, but I expect her to stop running away when things don't go her way. Vea has always felt shackled by the rules of House Redoran, hobbled by the many duties and obligations it presses upon its subjects. After the situation involving her brother, she decided she wanted nothing more to do with the house, or with me.
Okay.
That may be an oversimplification, but I suppose your statement is accurate. I walk a narrow path between House Counselor and loving father. Unfortunately, the former often supersedes the latter. That's why I want to speak to Vea again.
Yeah. Well, if you had a choice between your daughter or the house, I'm pretty sure you would choose the house over your daughter, so we're gonna find out, but that's my initial thought. Because Dunmer politics has always taken the front seat.
Well, look at that. Naryu said I'd find you here, and damn it all if she wasn't right. Did I mention how much I hate being a messenger?
I didn't ask you to do it.
So I could kill something. Anyway, Naryu wants to talk to you. Said you'd know what it was all about. Here. This should explain everything, sort of. It's a map. We change locations every other day for security reasons. Just in case it falls into the hands of House Redoran or someone else with an axe to grind with our organization.
I think he just pulled the map out of his ass. Okay.
Never had to use a map before. Amateurs. This one leads to a key to one of our safe houses, and another map. The first map, it depicts a particular town. Kind of like this one. Hint, hint. The rest? Well, you'll have to figure that out on your own. Look, I know you're helping Councillor Eris, but if that map falls into House Redoran hands, I'll probably have to kill you. Nothing personal.
Yeah.
We're already having a bit of trouble with the house, and we'd rather not make matters worse. What are you implying? Can't a person do something nice to help out an ally every now and again? Oh, who am I kidding? I hate playing the messenger. Haven't you ever done something you hate because it was the right thing to do? Then you understand what I'm talking about. Being noble. Doing the honorable thing.
An honorable assassin.
Pain in the ass, but a favor given becomes a favor returned. Eventually. Well, look at you. You're a practical genius. Look, Nayu seems to trust you, so I suppose I have to trust you too. But that's a powerful secret you've been given. Betray us, and you'll find my blade in your back. Unless Nayu kills you first. The Morag Tong has the authority to accept and carry out writs of execution. We keep the great houses from engaging in all-out war, but they rarely appreciate the work we do on their behalf. House Redorin in particular wants to shut us down. The other houses have used us to take Redorin down a peg or two of late. To be frank, for all their vaunted honor, the house cries foul whenever someone gets the better of them. Our status is tenuous enough without Redorin's constant harassment. As I understand it, the Morag Tong made mistakes in the past, grew too arrogant. We had to lay low for more than a century. Now, we're taking select contracts, working to re-establish our reputation. It's not our fault most of them concern Redorin. What are you implying? Can't a person do something nice to help out an ally every now and again? Oh, well, not all of us can afford to be so cold and heartless. I'd say I envy you, but that would just reward you for bad behavior. What?
Yeah, okay. Look who can use a map. I don't even know if I'm going the right way, but we'll see. They must be over there then. Damn. Went the wrong way. Oh well. Silt Strider. I hit the wrong button. Damn it. Hey, look. It's not there. Must be up here then. Nope. Maybe it's inside. Okay. Well then. Look at me, I can use maps.
Sorry about all the subterfuge, but we can't be too careful when it comes to security around here. Don't be so eager, my darling. It reveals too much about your ultimate intentions. But yes, Vea would very much like to meet with you. You intrigue her, and your connection to her father could prove beneficial once she knows she can trust you. Redwin records. House officials keep track of everything. Incidents, commendations, births and deaths. Whether important or mundane, they detail it all in their registry. Vea believes the registry contains information about her brother Ulron. Don't sound so offended. You had to know your hands were going to get dirty eventually. You are dealing with assassins and politicians, after all.
Truth.
Records, Lord Drono is away, so security at his townhouse should be light.
I think I can handle that. Oh good, I can actually take all this shit without being screwed for stealing. It's nice that a group of assassins doesn't care that I'm stealing stuff from their area. That's great. Out we go. Are you serious? How did... I know how you saw me, whatever. Blah. Your damn records. Let me just search the desk while I'm at it. Let me just steal everything in the damn place while I'm at it. Turn around, lady. Up there. Come on, lady, turn around. Thank you. Later, bish. See, unfortunately, that guard right there is going to stop me and take all the stuff that I stole. So either I have to fast travel, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fast travel back to Vivek. Back to Vivek City and go to the Outlaws Refuge. And either launder or sell off the stuff that I stole. Because that's how you level up Ledger Maid. So I'm not going to run through those two guards because they're going to stop me. So I'm going to go the way of the sea. And I can also do the writs while I'm here. Really? You're gonna make me go all, oh, you're gonna make me swim all the way around? Normally I don't have to swim all the way around. But whatevs. I'll get my feet wet. Those teal arrows are the dailies. It doesn't have to be the writs either. It can be like daily quests, like Halls of Justice and things like that. Here's the Outlaws Refuge. The person that does the buying and the fencing and the laundering is right here.
You bring it, I buy it, and I'm not picky on what
There, clear the bounty.
I'm sure we both know.
Alright, so we're gonna sell some stuff. That's not something I can actually use. So sell. Ah, interesting. Sell. Conberry I need, okay, let's see. Made without fingers for some reason. Interesting. Flower, hijack, jasmine, linen hat, lotus magnet, okay. Plain sandals. Cosmetics and medical supplies, that can go. Abacus can go. Nice. Steel knit comb can go. Sturdy all. Okay. Ill-gotten gains. Nice. Sturdy lantern, iron lantern. Now to launder. Conberry, glove. Let's just launder everything. That way I can actually carry it around and use it. Consumable writs. Fishy stick. Wine. Enchanting table. Let's break some stuff down. Superb. Minor. 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 Okay. Alchemy, I need a sip of ravaged stamina. Sip. Then I need some ravaged stam. That's all for the consumable writs. Now for the equipment writs. Oh, grief. And the research. Let's do some decon too. Okay. Now for the blacksmithing. And the lazy writ creator is a mod. Just FYI. Research. 21 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours. Yep, I can. Let's see. Oak Ruster, yeah. This is the one I can break down now. Good, I got what I needed out of it. Crafted, crafted, crafted. Powered. Defending, precise, diffused. Okay.
Oh, don't mind the bench.
Bank. Deposit. Deposit, deposit, deposit. 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 Okay. Now I need to go to Glenumbra and drop all this stuff off. I think. Yep. Alright. I definitely need to go to Glenumbra. Right there. Traveling to the Daggerfall Way Shrine. Alchemist, Enchanter, Provisioner, Blacksmith, Woodworker, Clothier. Done. You sure you will? I believe you, man. I believe you, bro. Junk. 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 Ornate junk. Junk. Iron. Maple. Okay. How many loans to go? Okay. Ardenfell it is. I'm gonna go move the main quest forward. Then I'll go back to Balmora. And finish up Balmora.
At last. Did you see what's happening outside? Red Mountain rumbles louder and more frequently. The sky grows dark, and worst of all, the people are beginning to notice. Soon I'll have to muster the Ordinators to keep them from the palace doors. In part, Lord Vivec is not well. I won't allow his followers to see him in this state. He continues to lose energy, and it's becoming difficult for him to maintain the realm in his usual fashion. Now, what did your investigations uncover? I'll review these documents and present your findings to Lord Vivec. I was against bringing you into this investigation, but I was wrong. Thank you for aiding us. You should go see Lord Vivec now. He's been asking about you. I'll be along shortly. Very well. Tell me what you learned at each of the locations, and let's see what conclusions we can come to. Barrelzar faithfully served Sothis Seal. He's as loyal to the tribunal as I am. He would never intentionally harm Lord Vivec. But that tool he mentioned. Perhaps one of the priests Vivec sent away could search the temple archives for more information. Lord Vivek doesn't want his followers to see him in such a weakened state. Only you, Canon Levuel, and myself are permitted into his palace now. Speaking of the palace, Lord Vivek wants to see you when we're done here. So your notes say, and this Saren assisted you. Interesting. Most Ashlanders want nothing to do with the tribunal. Even so, they rarely become aggressive. I'd say this Chodala bears watching. If we can spare it, I'll send an armiger to order it. Interesting theory. Perhaps Chodala's staff can steal Vivek's energy. I have a hard time imagining how an Ashlander could accomplish such a feat. Lord Vivek said the draining has grown more intense since you left. It doesn't look well. From what you discovered, I dare say there may be a correlation between the narcotic relic and the tool barrels I'll mentioned. And it seems the Ashlander thieves are connected to Chodala. Your evidence points to a clear conclusion. So it appears. Lord Vivek's doing his best not to complain, but I can see how much the draining of his energy has cost him. Just seeing you again should improve his mood considerably. And the progress you made with your investigations, outstanding.
Oh my, like actual nice talk from Tarvis.
Lord Vivek isn't receiving visitors today.
But this non-Dunmer just got in. Whoops.
My lord, please let me send for aid. Perhaps one of the healers can help you.
Pain is best tolerated in private, as I have written in the 37th ballad.
There must be something I can do.
You can call the Archcanon. He should hear the news our friend brings us. The river drains into the sea as my divinity flows out of me. Needs some work. As you can see, I continue to lose energy, and it has made me somewhat agitated. Have you made any progress toward discovering the source of my discomfort? An Ashlander? That seems unlikely, but I trust your instincts. We need to find out more about this Chodala and the ancient enemy that aids him. Take this. Another token of my appreciation. And look, here comes the Archcanon now.
After further examination of the documents you brought back, I have to agree with your assessment. The Ashlander Chodala has somehow siphoned divine energy away from Lord Vivek. Not exactly. But now that we know that the affliction isn't natural, we can work toward a solution, one that probably involves Chodala's staff. How the Ashlander got his hands on Sothasil's tool and turned it into a weapon is beyond me, though. Eventually, but we need to be cautious. If Chodala is as respected as you say, attacking him would start a war we can't afford to partake in. Go to Aldrin and talk to his sister, Saren. I don't trust her either, but she worked with you before. Get to Aldrin and locate Saren. She needs to tell us more about Chodala and then help us acquire his staff. Without it, we can't restore Vivek. Meanwhile, I need to placate the populace. The people grow concerned over Vivek's continuing isolation. Didn't we cover this? Let me refresh your memory. Lord Vivek suffers stoically as his divine energy drains away. Neither my administrations nor his defenses have been sufficient to plug the hole. so we've isolated him to keep panic to a minimum. If we knew for certain, we wouldn't be sending you to make a deal with a heretical Ashlander, now would we? Chodala must have something to do with Vivek's energy loss, but the how and why remain a mystery. That's why I must examine that staff. Everything you uncovered suggests the staff and Sotha Sil's missing tool are one and the same, and it's obviously connected to Chodala's newfound powers. Bring it back here so I can study it. The solution resides in the staff. I'm sure of it. Experience, Outlander. Experience. I have seen the Dunmer rage against the gods at the least provocation. When they realize that Vivek is ill, that his powers are failing, they'll weep and gnash their teeth like frightened children. The people don't handle the infirmities of their deities very well, especially when those infirmities could foreshadow Red Mountain's eruption or portend the moonlets fall from the sky. Once such fear ignites, it spreads like wildfire. They try not to think about them at all. The Ashlanders are savages. They refuse to acknowledge the supremacy of Lord Vivek in the Tribunal, instead putting their faith in the despicable Daedra. They're heretics, pure and simple. The Ashlanders hold to superstitions the way Kwama protect their eggs. If they really considered Chodala to be the Nerevarin, then any action you take against him will enrage the tribes. Talk to Seren and see if she can suggest an alternative course.
Uh-huh. KK. Back to Balmora.
You know, I was born and raised in East March. Moved to Vardenfell after the formation of the Pact. But as soon as I raise enough gold, I'm heading for Orsinium. An entire city of orcs. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I've been there. Not this character, obviously, but somebody else. Virane's been there.
Still alive, I see. And since you're here, that means you weren't captured and hauled off to a Redoran dungeon. Good for you. Were you able to acquire the registry? Does it contain any information about Vea's brother, Ulron? Ulron was exiled? That can't be right. He's an exemplary officer and a good man. Plus, he's the son of a counselor. Why in oblivion would House Redoran banish one of their brightest stars? I can see that. There has to be more to the story, but I'm not sure how we get it. Still, you proved you could be trusted, and you admirably performed this task.
Thank you.
So I suppose I should let you meet with Vea now. There's an abandoned cave along the coast.
Is there?
It's in the swamp and smells like rot, which makes it the perfect place to hide. Vea's supposed to wait inside, but she's bored. I know she's been sneaking out. You'll find her in the cave or just outside. Get to the swamp and find Vea. She's eager for any information about her brother, so she's really going to appreciate getting that registry. Just try not to be too charming when you meet her hero. She has enough distractions as it is. Vea would face too many temptations here in Balmora. Friends, favorite places, familiar sights and sounds, not to mention the proximity to all things House Redoran. Even the most thick-headed house guard would eventually stumble over her. Oh, don't thank me, hero. As long as you're useful and don't betray us, then we're engaged in a mutually beneficial arrangement. Cross us in any way, however, and you'll never see my blade before it plunges into your heart.
Okay, then.
Well enough. Ulran and Vea used to sneak out to watch me train. I have a way with blades that fascinated them to no end. Eventually, our fondness developed between the three of us. And to think, I never even had a nick sound growing up. It's not like personal relationships are against the rules, though I suppose they are sort of frowned upon. Anyway, my assignments always brought me back to Vardenfell, so we were able to keep in touch and visit even as they grew older. Anything's possible, but the Ulran I know holds honor above all else. I can't believe he'd do something so dishonorable that the house leaders would demand his exile. We need to find out more about what happened. Vea's young, bored, and stubborn. That makes for a volatile combination. She wants fresh air and freedom. I can't blame her for that. I can blame her for assuming I'm not aware of her little excursions. I thought I trained her better than that. Danger's a relative term, especially when you're dealing with relatives. Vea can make her own decisions. If she wants to risk getting caught by House Redren, that's on her head, especially since she knows they've been searching that area.
Okay. Great.
Sure it's Vea? House Redren isn't emptying its coffers so you can chase your own tails out here.
You pay the war claws well, because the war claws are the best there is. We have the kitten scent. It's just a matter of time before my warriors catch her.
Of course, Ferrara. Just make sure she doesn't get out of the swamp. I'll take my soldiers and guard the eastern paths, in case she eludes your warriors again. The Counselor's lackey. I understand you've made significant progress in your search for Vea. As a matter of fact, so have we. This whole ordeal will be over soon. and then you can be on your way, Outlander.
Uh-huh.
My mercenaries have spotted Veya skulking about the northern portion of the swamp. Between my soldiers and Fair Hara's war claws, the Councillor's daughter will soon be home safe and sound. Khajiit mercenaries of the highest order. For members of a lesser race, Fair Hara's warriors are surprisingly effective. I employ them to bolster our forces. Between obligations to the Pact and other matters, House Redoran is spread thin of late. As you say, Fair Hara's war claws take their contract as seriously as you do, however. Get in their way, and I can't guarantee your safety.
Fair Hara assumes the Councillor's minions will not present a problem for the war clause. Yes, Captain?
The Outlanders have been warned, Fair Hara. I leave everything else to your discretion. You're free to do as you wish, but I suggest you let us finish this. Once the war claws catch the scent of it.
Whatever you say, Home Slice. Yeah, let's go do this real quick. Leave me be.
I wonder how long it's lain undisturbed.
It could be years, decades even.
I'd hope to find more Dwemer relics, but I suppose the view is inspiring.
It certainly is.
Flatterer. You can see this view anywhere now, can't you?
And yet I never grow tired of looking.
Speaking of looking, we should start viewing larger homes.
What's wrong with our current home?
It's rather small, isn't it?
It's cozy. Just enough room for you and me.
And you don't see how that could become a problem?
No?
Well, you've done a lot more than look since we married, dear.
At houses?
Wah wah.
Wait. Bravura?
Yes.
You're pregnant?
That happens when one enjoys the view, doesn't it?
That's wonderful! I'm going to be a father!
Yes, dear. Yes, you are.
We need a new house with a real kitchen and a second bedroom. Perhaps even 3 bedrooms?
One step at a time, dear.
It's very sweet. Oof, 2.6 million, Jeebus. Yeah, let's just go ahead and finish this up. Leave me alone, Nick Sound. Maybe Ailett.
Open your eyes. Please, open your eyes. Yes. You fought them off.
Oh, good. Dying for nothing would have been embarrassing.
You're not going to die. I won't allow it.
That's ambitious of you.
I can mend more than a scraped knee. You'll see. Just don't move.
That feels better.
I told you. You're still bleeding. Just a little more.
Keelan.
I can save you. I will save you.
Take care of the children. For me. Promise.
We'll take care of them together.
Promise me.
I will, I promise. But keep your eyes open.
I wish I could.
Bravura!
You've made these years so wonderful.
Bravura! Bravura!
So sad.
Signed a contract, Keelan. She did not complete it.
But she died.
And now the crystals she was to procure for me have been acquired by my rival.
I've lost the mother of my children.
Your failings are not my problem.
We don't have enough money to pay you back.
Then we will sell your house.
We can't do that. Master, please. My children
may purchase their own dwelling with their own money.
Neri's only just turned 8, and Mills...
You would offer an alternative?
What can I offer you?
I understand you have some aptitude for magic. You will serve me.
My children
will remain in your home, so long as you do not violate our contract.
But who will raise them? When will I see them?
You will see them when I don't need you. Or would you rather see them in the street?
No, of course not. Thank you, Master Drenham. I will serve you.
You sign your contract today.
That's rough.
Were you able to recover my memories? It's important they understand. No, thank you. You've recovered everything I need to explain. Well, to talk with my children. I'm not sure my heart can endure any more of this. It feels like losing her all over again. Please, would you do this old man one last favor? Ask my children to come visit me? I feel like I can finally leave them with the answers I've never been able to provide. Tell Neria we need to talk about her mother. As for Mills, if he hesitates, tell him it's about the estate, his inheritance. Neria works at the stables. She's always been good with guar, something she inherited from her mother. Mills will likely be fishing on the canal for dinner. He's always kept them both fed. I'm so proud of both of them. I wish they understood.
Oh, you've returned to bother me again. I have nothing to say to that man. What is it about I don't want to talk about my father that you can't understand? I don't want his money any more than I want his apologies. Does that man really think he can buy me off after ignoring me my entire life? Leave me alone. If Father needs someone to listen to his excuses, ask Neria to do it. Well, you just don't give up, do you? Fine. I'll endure another few moments with my absentee father. For her. Just let me set aside the fish I've caught today first.
Dickhole.
Back again? Father hasn't been an undue burden to you, I hope. My mother? Father rarely mentions her. I can tell how painful it is for him to recall her, even after all these years. I was young when she passed, but my memories are pleasant. Did he say what this is about? What did he have you doing? How odd. Father always was dabbling in magic. Often it seemed like he had time for little else, though I know he did it to take care of us. Still, I'd better check up on him. I imagine Mills wants nothing to do with this. I'll ensure he joins us. No one persuades Mills to do anything. I'm quite impressed. That will certainly save me a trip. I suppose I should head home straight away.
The master went upstairs to rest. He did not wish to be disturbed until you
Let's go, Mills. He's still your father.
He has an odd way of showing it.
Father? Mills has come to visit. Father? Father! Oh, Father. I suppose you are with Mother at
Couldn't
last.
resist disappointing me one last time. Good riddance.
If only I'd come sooner. Thank you. We all knew this was coming. That doesn't make it any easier to bear. My father was a good man, even if Mills never got to see it. Why was he so obsessed with that stone? You said he had you store his memories inside it? I'm almost afraid to do so. What couldn't he just say to us all this time? Still, these were his last wishes. Thank you for making that possible.
What? A ghost?
Neria. Mills. I so regret not being that as you grew up. What I could never tell you is why my life was not my own.
Shh, Mills. I think this is a memory.
Soon, I'll be able to share the truth with you. To share everything with you. Thanks to the efforts of this kind traveler, I have archived my memories on this stone. I hope one day you will find it in your hearts to forgive me, and find the father and mother you never had. Here, I love you. I have always loved you. You've both made me so proud.
Father?
Why? Why couldn't you just fade away like you always do? Why couldn't you just let me forget you?
Because it's not just about him, Mills, or you. It's about all of us. Our family, together at last. It must have been so hard on Father, to have to leave us so often. To keep silent while we grew cold and distant, even when he was here. It might seem odd, you hopeful. Father and Mother are finally with us. Their memories will live on.
I thought I knew my father. I always thought he hated me. That's why he was never around. I came to terms with that long ago. I had a father, and I hated him. Now he's gone. How am I supposed to face what's in that stone, knowing I was wrong?
Hello.
Slightly disappointing. It was a really nice quest, but I'd like to have seen them play the memories. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this part of the quest before I take off.
Warclaws! Let's flay this outsider!
Yeah, okay.
Stupid Warclaws. Now I know how a mouse feels. By the three! You really shouldn't sneak up on a person like that.
Okay.
Working with those mercenaries, I assure you, you won't take me without a fight. Oh, right. Now you mentioned something about that. Look, I can't wait to hear what you learned. But the swamp is crawling with mercenaries. There's a cave to the northeast. We can talk there. Unfortunately, there's a mob of those beast people between here and the cave. I was going to try and sneak past them, but every time I get too close, I think one of them catches my scent. You're going to tackle that mob of fur and claws? I'm impressed. Meet me
You should be.
when you're finished. I think we have a lot to talk about. Oh, and try not to get killed. I really want to know what you came all this way to tell me. Meet me in the cave to the north when you finish with the mercenaries.
I can smell the dark elf kitten. Looks like we're the first ones here. I need healing!
Let's flay this outsider!
The lofty cave.
What do you think of my luxurious accommodations? It's got dirt and rock, fungus and a poultry fire, all the comforts of home. Anyway, you said you had information about my brother, Oran. What did you find out? No, that can't be right. Oran's honorable and noble. He's a model soldier. What could he have possibly done to warrant being banished? What? My brother has always been interested in the Ashlanders. Even showed them a kindness the rest of the house doesn't approve of. But for him to kill someone, especially one of his own soldiers, something terrible must have happened. I know the tribe that Oran liked to help, brought them supplies and such. He'd go and visit their camp whenever our father wasn't paying attention. Will you go with me to talk to them? Wait. Someone's coming.
I know who it is.
Just fine, hero. Vea, grab your things. It's time to go. Go? Why? What's going on? The Warclaws are marching toward this cave along with half the House Redrin soldiers in Balmora. We need to go now. Damn it. They must have followed us. I'll get my stuff. Dealing with an arrogant, impatient, overconfident young woman. Now I know how my mother must have felt. We need to move. It won't take those damn cats long to find this place, not with their sense of smell. The back tunnels. Better than heading out the front door and right into the main contingent of Redrin troops. Councillor Eris brought additional soldiers from town. He's intent on getting his daughter, and he may have the numbers to do it. One more thing. The back tunnels wind their way through territory that House Redrin recently acquired. We may run into some resistance, but it shouldn't be as bad as what's waiting outside the front of the cave.
Yay, back tunnels. Yay, back tunnels.
Does the feeling look unstable to you?
Search everywhere. Captain Priven thinks the Councillor's Kitten might try to escape through these tunnels.
Damn! Those cat bastards are harder to shake than a blind date. Let's give it a try. That must be the way out. I just hope there aren't any Redderons up there. Oh no. Father ruins everything. I'm so close to finding my brother, and he shows up to drag me back home. Well, I'm not going back without a fight. You do that for me. Thanks, I guess. But what can you possibly do against all those soldiers? My father brought the whole damn army with him this time. Clever. Tell my father whatever he wants to hear. That might actually work. Afterward, meet me at the Ashlander camp to the south. My brother would often visit that particular tribe. It's as good a place as any to start. Once I find Ulran and make sure he's alright, I'll meet with my father. But that meeting will be on my terms, not his. And tell him to call off his soldiers, or I might change my mind. That should buy us some time.
Who goes there? Stand down. These outlanders work for me. The captain reported that he had seen you in the area. There are also multiple reports that Vea has been spotted. Tell me, have you seen my daughter? I won't sleep well until she's home, safe and sound. I also said that the captain has his own resources. The War Claws report to Briven, not me. Look, we're all just trying to get my daughter home safely. Now, tell me what Vea's thinking. It was a gamble, I admit. An opportunity I couldn't let slip away. You won't make me feel guilty about trying to find my daughter. So, where and when will Vea meet with me? Very well. We'll do this her way. Vea can be as stubborn as her mother sometimes. But tell my daughter that my patience won't last forever. Next time, I expect Vea to be with you. Or I might just let Captain Briven do this his way. Do as I command, and let them pass.
We... off to the Ashlander camp.
Well, those certainly aren't Ashlanders, not with those tails. This is disturbing. I can't believe this. Why allow the Warclaws to run roughshod over the camp like this? What's House Redderin thinking? And what in the name of the three have they done with the Ashlanders? My brother often visited this camp. Took me along a couple of times. It used to be such a vibrant place, so full of life. I know House Redderin wants to expand along the western coast, but I never expected they'd set the Warclaws loose like this. If Ulran was here, he'd never stand for the Warclaws invading the camp. He told me the Ashlanders were the same as you and I. Different beliefs don't necessarily make people bad. We need to see if we can find out what happened here. I really want to help, but Nario won't hear of it. We don't get our hands dirty unless there's a writ attached. She's so fond of reminding me. We'll hang around and wait for you to find something before we move in. Vea, I don't think this is a good idea. We're trying to keep you out of House Redrun hands, remember?
You're not my parent, Naryu. I can take care of myself, even if the Mother of Blades doesn't think so.
Damn it, Vea. You know I hate that title.
If I'd realized how popular this camp was going to be with Outlanders, I would have moved the tribe ages ago. You don't appear to be one of the heretical invaders, but looks can be deceiving. What do you seek, stranger? Ah, Ulran the Exile. He disgraced his family and lost his status, but remained true to his heart. Ulran is here. He tried to stand against the Redorans, just as they detained me within this yurt. I assume they dragged him off to the mine, along with most of the tribe who refused to let those tribunal dogs walk all over us. Or should I say tribunal cats in this instance. Be wary. The mine will be as protected as the camp, maybe even more so. It's a small hole in the ground, but it served us well until the Redorans and their war claws arrived. Now they toss my people aside and lock the door. Warclaw Irgazar carries the key, but there is a spare in the supply yurt. Get the key to the mine from either the Warclaw's commander or the supply yurt, whichever suits your needs. Perhaps you'll find what you seek within Kudanok's depths. To keep the head and the body separate, as long as I'm here, I can't offer my people hope or advice. And I certainly can't compel them to rebel against these invaders. I have no doubt. However, my place remains with my people, at least for now. The Warclaws have treated me well so far. They believe I can make their tails fall off if I so choose. Who am I to dissuade such creatures from their beliefs?
Yay, more mines, more Daedric shrines. Woohoo. Okay. What are you doing, lady? Okay.
Down here! Come on!
Uh-oh.
What's that smell?
Vea, stay back.
Uh-oh.
You don't need to see this.
What happened here? Oh gods! They murdered these poor Ashlanders! Oh no!
Yep.
Ulran!
Yep.
Ulran! Wake up, please! You can't be dead. You just can't!
Whoops.
Vaya shouldn't have had to see this. Even I'm finding it hard to believe that the mercenaries would slaughter these Ashlanders for no reason. Not to mention the son of a house councillor. Doesn't make any sense. I suppose anything could happen in the heat of the moment. But to kill a Redrun, even an exiled one, that's presumptuous even for the war clause. I wonder if Eris knows about this. I'm not sure how Vea's going to get her answers now. I've seen these before. They use them in Eastmarch to record and send important messages. They're expensive and as rare as a sober Nord, but Auron was always attracted to the contrivances of other cultures. Shall we see what it has to say?
If you're listening to my voice, know that my time is short, and what I have to say is important.
Brother, is that you?
Everything that happened was a deliberate act to discredit me. I need to report the events so my sister can learn the truth about her brother. You have to understand, I don't share my house's hatred and distrust of Ashlanders. So, during my normal patrol, when I heard that Ashlanders had come to Balmora while causing trouble, I was dubious to say the least. I arrived to find one of my soldiers arguing with the Ashlanders. He spat at them, called them savages. When one of the Ashlanders objected, my soldier drew his sword. Before I could intervene, my soldier's blade struck him down. I ordered the soldier to stand down, but he ignored me and stepped toward the second Ashlander. I killed my own soldier. I had to. Before I knew it, I was dragged before the Redoran Council and exiled. I never even got to say farewell to my sister. I believe I was set up for this fall, but I don't know by who. I came to this camp for shelter, but House Redoran's reach grows ever longer. Now Captain Briven's here. I'm going to talk to them, just in case I made this stone for my sister Vea.
Auron! Damn it! What am I supposed to do now?
Uh-oh.
I agree with Auron's assessment. Certainly sounds like someone led him into a situation guaranteed to make him fail. I can't believe he put this burden on Vea, though. What was Auron thinking? I didn't say that. Just not sure how to proceed. We're entering dangerous waters here, going up against House Redoran, and we don't even have a writ to protect us. I'm going to take Vea and head back to our safe house in Balmora. They found our cave, but the abandoned basement is still secure. After that, I'm not sure. The Morag Tong has rules. If I break them, I'll have to deal with the consequences. We can't just kill with wild abandon. We follow a code. We only execute those whose names appear on sanctioned writs. If we kill respectable citizens without a writ, it's just murder. So, without proof and a proper writ, my hands are tied. You do that, but be careful. We're not sure who in House Redoran is involved, and I'd rather not see you wind up like these poor Ashlanders. Vea and I still need your help to get to the bottom of all of this. We'll see you in Balmora, hero.
Oh, me. It'd be great if I could finish this quest before I have to take off. Okay, then. Thanks. Talk to the counselor. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can spend 94 gold to cut some travel time.
How can I help you?
And so the Outlander returns, as we discussed in the swamp. I expected you to return with Vea, or present me with a time and place for us to meet. Tell me, Outlander, which is it to be? Complication? What kind of complication? I ordered my soldiers to stand down and let you do things your way. But instead of results, you bring me excuses. No, that's not possible. My son was banished, ordered to leave Vardenfell and never return. Why would he disobey me and go to those savages? Vea was with you? And you left her out there? By the three, everything is unraveling no matter how hard I try to maintain control. I need you to do something else for me if you would, Outlander. Tell my daughter I'm sorry. Tell her she needs to stay away until I can calm things down. I don't want to see anything happen to her. Promise me. And take this. Consider it payment for your efforts thus far. If you'll excuse me, I need some time to consider everything you've told me. Once I determine the best way to proceed, I'll contact you. In the meantime, make sure Vea stays away from Balmora and House Redoran. The captain serves House Redoran with honor and dedication. He's out doing his job. If Briven had anything to do with my son's death, he would have reported it to me. He'd have no reason to keep such news from me and the other counselors. I'll speak to Briven when he returns. But understand, the captain operated under my orders. He's an exemplary soldier and an upstanding member of the house. Like me, everything he does is for the betterment of House Redoran.
Blah.
It was never meant to be an attack. I sent Captain Briven to clear land that already belonged to House Redoran. The Ashlanders were given an opportunity to depart. The situation didn't have to turn violent. Those damn savages should have just left. House Redoran has been slowly expanding in that direction for years. We claimed that area almost a year ago, but we were forced to temporarily abandon it when a massive ash storm hit. Before we could return, the Ashlanders moved in. Redoran depends on that land for hunting and resources. The Ashlanders are like a plague of insects. They sweep into an area, take everything, and move on. I couldn't allow them to do that here. So, I sent Captain Briven to convince them otherwise.
Alright, maybe I won't get done with this quest today. That sucks.
Outlander! Now you told me what you found in the Ashlander mine. I can't imagine what Vea must be going through right now, but she shouldn't be alone. That's why I came looking for you. Nayu has responsibilities to tend to. Morag Tong responsibilities. Understand? She She left me to keep Vea company, but I'm not very good at spouting words of comfort and solace. Unless I can kill something, I'm very good at that. You do understand. And now you implied you're as dense as the ash storms coming off Red Mountain. Good to know even the Mother of Blades can be wrong. Vea's upset, and not just about her brother. She wanted to go with Naryu. One other thing. Naryu's job concerns House Redoran. That's why she didn't want Vea to accompany her on this one. Vea's grief-stricken, angry, and ready to lash out at anyone and anything, so keep your head low and try not to upset her. I have experience getting on a lot of people's bad sides. Women, especially, find me exasperating. Irresistible, but exasperating. It's a gift. Carefully, and with your hands empty and clearly visible. She's in the safe house beneath Balmora, or at least that's where I left her. But I didn't lock the door, so I suppose she could be anywhere by now. I suggest you hurry and get down there.
Hey, Joe. It's going pretty well. Thanks for asking.
Something about who Naryu's target is. Thinks the target may know something about what happened to her brother. Look, I'm not even sure how Vea found out who Naryu's target is, and I don't want to know. Just go and talk to her, please.
Get out of here, Ashur. What Naryu might think. Oh, it's you. Did Ashur send you to check up on me? I swear, the next person that treats me like a child is going to find my dagger in their stomach. Gods, I'm not mad at you. I'm just annoyed at everybody right now.
Dang, lady, calm down.
No, I don't think so. It's just been difficult. Finding poor Ulran in the Ashlander camp. I need to be doing something. Sitting down here in the dark, hiding, that's not going to solve anything. I know, but Naryu's writ. It involves a Redoran counselor. Exactly the opportunity I've been waiting for. The counselor knows who set up my brother. We need to talk to her before Naryu executes the writ. Do this for me, and I promise to stay here.
Great.
Well, Naryu wouldn't tell me any specifics, but she trained me well. It wasn't hard to sneak a glance at the writ before she took off. Her target's at Arenum Manor, out in the swamp, not far from that smelly thing.
Grand.
I appreciate you agreeing to see what you can learn at Arenum Manor. My father used to say it was used by counselors as a retreat, but Mother always told me it was where they conducted business that required a certain degree of privacy. That's all I've been doing, thinking. And I think Ulran was right. I think someone wanted him out of the way, and they orchestrated the event with the Ashlanders to do it. Someone played my brother for a fool, and it cost him his life. Brivon's as stubborn as my father when it comes to following the rules and regulations of House Redoran. Ulran and Brivon were best friends, even if they argued from time to time. Politics, foreign relations, the Ashlanders, you name an issue, and Ulran and Brivon were probably on opposite sides of the argument. It got to the point where I had to ignore both of them or they'd drive me insane. You did? How did he take it? I mean, he didn't know that my brother was dead. Really? I suppose that makes sense. I think he loves us, in his own way.
Mm-hmm.
But what else did he say? Did he know that Ulran had been banished? He didn't expect... My father doesn't know his children as well as he thinks. Either of them. That's why I had to get away. Join the Morag Tongue. At least Naryu understands me. Mostly. I can't agree to that. I need to figure out what happened to my brother.
Stubborn.
And then I'm going to make them pay.
Stubborn and headstrong. Yay! Awesome sauce. Where's this place? Way over there, eh? Good grief. Ugh. Here, horsey. Ooh, another rubbing. Okay. No. Hey, drag territory. Ooh, maple.
I expected you hours ago, hero. It's not polite to keep an assassin waiting. I was wondering how long it was going to take Vea to convince you to follow me. But I didn't notice when she glanced at my writ, didn't she? Where is my overly curious apprentice, by the way? I know Vea wants answers, but this is my job. There are rules, especially where the lords of the great houses are concerned. There might be a way to deal with this, though, provided you're willing to help.
Yay, help.
First, don't kill any veterans. That's a violation of my writ and could have serious consequences for both of us. Second, you sneak around and search for anything that pertains to Ulron's exile while I figure out how to deal with the counselor. We need to be invisible. These things work best when no one but the target knows we're there. If you get spotted, you're on your own. I even cough on anyone without a writ, and the Morog tongue will have my head. It's unusual, but not unheard of. True, most writs taken out against the houses target low to mid-ranking officials. The Grand Master is cautious when it comes to accepting such a high-profile writ. Apparently, though, this target has been very bad. Councillor Dovera has been conspiring with House Drez to promote the slave trade and avoid scrutiny by Redrin and Pact officials. She played a dangerous but profitable game, and her coffers were overflowing. Until someone noticed. I'm not privy to the laborious investigations that took place. In cases like these, though, the target usually becomes complacent and lets her guard down. She made a mess. Now I get to clean it up, for the good of Dunmer society. That's the question, isn't it? It nags at us the way the torchbug nags at the brave little scrib in those children's stories. Once we discover who Ulron's torchbug is, we'll have a clearer understanding of why they set him up and why he had to die. I'm not saying that. Accidents happen. But they certainly made sure Ulron was in the wrong place at the wrong time, both in Balmora and again in the Ashlander camp. In addition to whatever you can find here, we should also talk to Captain Briven. Briven's name keeps coming up. At the very least, he was Ulron's best friend once. He might be able to shed some light on Ulron and what happened to cause his exile. And I really want to know what took place after Ulron left us that message. Vea's my apprentice, and I'll decide when she's ready to take on a mission. She's been through a lot, and her actions reflect on me and my status in the Morog tongue. She may not appreciate it right now, but I'm trying to keep the both of us on track. That's how it works. Her actions are my actions. Vea goes out and executes 3 writs, I share the credit and get praised for training my apprentice. On the other hand, if she kills someone without a writ, the Morag Tong takes both our heads. There have to be. My order came this close to being eliminated. It's only recently that we've started to make a comeback, and only in Dunmer territory. If we can't control the actions of our members, we'll be hunted down and destroyed for sure. The front door's guarded like a bank vault. Maybe there's another way in through one of the buildings by the docks. This looks promising. Might even lead to the wine cellars. I could use a good bottle of wine.
I should have just kept going.
See what you can find pertaining to Ulran. I've got a dagger and a writ with Councillor Dolvar's name on them.
Thanks.
If we don't find anything, maybe we can ask for an invitation to the upcoming council meeting. I'm sure they'd be happy to answer our questions.
Piss.
That not a good that's going to do the councillor.
Whoops. I'm not killing you. I'm not. Oh. Oh, that's bad. Is there a hiding place down here? Okay, that's good. I'm gonna wait until that guy goes over there. Then I'm going up the stairs. Jill, if you're still here, thank you for coming by. I'm sorry that I missed what you said.
Damn the luck. I was hoping for a quick stab and go, but it seems the counselor might actually know something about Ulron. So Councillor Dolvra does know something about Vea's brother. Damn it all. Now I suppose you want to actually talk to her before I execute the walking pile of pond scum. Of course we do. I specifically waited for you to arrive because I figured that would be the case. Still doesn't mean I'm happy about blurring the line between helping Vea and performing my duty as a Morag Tong. We discovered that the next meeting of the High Council will take place at the consulate outside Balmra. The war clause and the Ashlander abuse aren't completely sanctioned by the House, and Dolvra was present when Ulron was exiled. Not a bad haul. That means we have to get Dolvra to spill her guts before I spill her guts. Just keep your wits about you, hero. Dolvra wields her feminine charms the way I wield my daggers. Don't let her seduce you into doing something stupid before I end her.
Got it. Where is the thing? Oh, inside. Okay.
Be quick with your questions, hero. When I slip in, so do my daggers.
Ah, you must be here about those pesky patrol schedules. After all that clandestine correspondence, it's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Now, well, look at you. I'm impressed. The last person House Drez sent over was so much more scruffy. I have a meeting with House Halalu shortly, but I think I can spare a few more moments for you to seal our partnership, you understand. The noble's banished son. Why does House Drez care about that? Never mind. Anything so we can get to the good stuff. Ulron was tested and found wanting. Chose the life of a savage over his own soldier. We stripped him of his rank and exiled him. Ulron's dead? I hadn't heard. As to who was behind the test of Ulron's loyalty, What does that matter? He failed and paid the price for his poor choices. What does all this have to do with our arrangement?
You aren't clever enough or pretty enough to avoid what's about to happen, Dolvra.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you people?
I'm a Morag Tong with a writ that says you're a criminal and a traitor. That means I get to end your miserable existence.
Dang, Chica.
Take another look around, hero, and see if you can find Alikir massage oils. Fancy, but that has nothing to do with Ulran. That's Captain Briven's seal. I suppose our evil counselor courted favor wherever she could find it. The good Captain Briven appears to be more involved than I had imagined. He never struck me as the type to use murder and deceit to get ahead, but that's the problem with greed. It causes decent people to make stupid choices. Or he's trying to hide something. The letter mentioned an intact squad sent to scout the old fort. You need to get out there and see what those soldiers know before Briven gives them new orders and they disappear. I suppose she's probably pulled tight as a bowstring waiting to hear something. Go talk to Vea while I present my writ to the authorities. I can't wait to see the look on the Redoran Magister's face when I tell him what his counselor was up to.
Okay. More monies. Yeah, I'll just pay my bounty. I don't give a shit. Oh, I need to go to bed soon. I need to go to bed soon. Fine here.
Now get lost, scum.
Blah.
I can't believe Lord Vivek wouldn't see worshippers today.
Back again? Took your sweet time. You didn't learn anything, did you? Not that it matters. Oran's dead and nothing can change that. What good is that going to do? They won't speak to us. House before family and all that. Believe me, I'm more than familiar with Redoran honor. Still, I suppose I know a few ways to get people to talk. More rules. I thought we were beyond those kinds of limitations. Look, I need to figure out who's responsible for Oren's death. House councillors, Redoran soldiers, Ashlanders, whoever it is, they need to pay. Riven was Oren's best friend. Would he really betray my brother? Regardless, I want you to have this. You could have handed me to my father and you didn't. Other than Naryu and Asher, you might be the only friend I have left. So which soldiers are we talking about? I know most of the people my brother used to work with. Eyewitnesses are better than notes in the house registry, provided I can actually get them to talk to me. There's no time to waste. That fort's near the cave where I was hiding. Last time I was there, the fort was crawling with cultists. We need to find them before Vatala and his soldiers wind up sacrificed to some Daedric prince. We'll get Vatala and his soldiers killed. I know the process. Turning in a writ can take hours, maybe even an entire day. I'll leave Naryu a note. She can meet us at the fort. I'm going. Either come with me or get out of my way.
Well then.
Let me gather my gear and write a note for Naryu. I'll meet you near the Hlormaran stronghold. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am that we'll learn who's responsible for Oren's death soon. Then blood will flow. As far as I'm concerned, rules got my brother killed. they don't apply to me anymore.
Oh, that's not good.
The soldiers, we're probably going to have to carve a path through those cultists. The Morag Tong won't care about that. That's what the handbook says. Look, I know what Nariu's done for me. To keep me safe, I appreciate that. But this is about what they did to my brother. Nothing else matters. Not Nariu, not you. Certainly not me. No, never. You and Nariu aren't my enemies. I just need to get justice for Ulran. Otherwise his death will be the first of many. We have to be able to resist laws that make no sense or get people hurt, without being afraid of getting exiled. I know Vatala. He's a typical Redoran soldier, loyal to a fault, always spouting nonsense about house and honor above all. He was devoted to my brother, though. Ulran considered him to be one of his best. Ulran had a habit of putting the needs of others ahead of his own. He probably told Vatala and his soldiers to remain quiet. Decided to take responsibility and save them any heartache. I hope these soldiers remember that when we find them.
Great. All right, I've got to stop. I can't. I need to get some sleep. I have to work. Tonight's my last night of work, so. Jill, thanks for coming. Mako, thank you for coming as well. And I will be back tomorrow morning. I have to take my dogs to the groomer tomorrow morning, so it won't be at 9, but it'll be a little, hopefully a little after. So, I want to thank everybody again. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.